And hello everyone, hey, and welcome back to the Infected. So I've been doing just a lot of off-screen grinding and taking care of some few things here and there. I went and checked on the copper, not much. I got about 35. So yeah, I've been checking it pretty frequently, trying to keep up with it. You know, we're just gonna turn on our lights. That's what we're gonna do. And as you can see, we're kind of back up with copper. Cobalt's doing great. Steel, haven't really touched. And we've got our aluminum doing very well, copper or the iron, fantastic, and lead up there again. I did a bunch of grinding for lead. One of the big reasons why is, as you can see, our power capacity now has been from 7,000 now to 12. So I ended up making, I think, roughly five or six more batteries. So we have a lot more energy storage also. So that was one of the big things that I had done. Nothing really has changed in here. One of the big changes is in the kitchen. As you can see, I've torn down all the glass walls, and we now have these little wooden half walls with our beams, the wood pillars themselves, and I've moved the sink and the prep table. I think this looks a lot better, to be honest. It was just so much glass. I kept running into the glass walls thinking they were just clear, and like, you know what? No, I am not a bird. I'm not going to do this. So yeah, this, to me, I like this a lot more. Kind of gives it that little rustic look. I mean, everything was glass and brick, so it's good to see some wood still here. And another big thing is we now have working lights. So we have the 4 lights up here. When you come down here, we also have 4 lights and a light here. I moved the door over here as well. And there's also a light switch here, which controls all of them as well. So yes, we now have lights in here. I've added a door and a stairwell to be able to come down here instead of having to go up and around all the time. So now it looks more like a storage area. And yep, here are all the batteries. I just got the blueprints of a couple more. I wasn't gonna place any, but yeah, just to keep them up and going. So, what else I've been working on? Well, I got to thinking about a lot of things. Yeah. And I'm so glad that the kitchen has really gotten revamped. I really needed to do that. It was driving me crazy. But one of the big things I noticed is with my wood. Around here, as you see, I've taken out a lot of these drying racks, and I've actually added another floor up here, which are going to be the drying racks. And I've been trying to get just tuna. I'm going to get tuna all across. Not so much trout, but lots of tuna. And so it's going to take time to do, but I mean, I can be picky about it. And yep, we got our ceiling up here. One of the big reasons why is when I tried to get... I have the ceiling up here, is when I tried to move the power and everything, you can see there's a relay right there. It wouldn't allow me to put the relays anywhere close to down here. I had to come up here, which then made it kind of like a V shape coming off the wall, like so. I mean, it just looked really bad. So I really didn't have much of a choice, but I just extended it upwards. I will admit, the outdoors now tends to look a little weird because there's this one big flat surface. So I'm thinking about what I can do with that. But yeah, that's a little drying rack area. What I'm going to do on the first floor once all that tuna and stuff has been removed, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But that's the cool thing about it. I just kind of build and expand as we go. So we're going to do a little tuna hunt because I can actually see down here now with what's available. Oh, yeah. Tuna right here. And I think it's cool. I do like the tuna. I mean, yes, of course, they're really big fish, but I mean, yeah, tuna. It is a pond tuna. That's right. All right, so kind of successful. I ended up just getting 2 out of the 3 lakes that we have, or ponds. So yeah, not too bad. But yeah, it's gonna slowly fill up. But I just like that so much better. So good. I mean, yeah, it blocks some view out of here, but I mean, honestly, there's not much of a view. And over here, I don't know, that wood sink. Man, I don't know, it just looks good. Wood with wood, wood with wood. Wood, 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 wood. All right, I'm going to kick this on for a little bit. Now, a project that I've been considering doing, I've actually started working on a little bit. is I need some kind of protection out here. What I've found actually is if I kill a Vambi and I don't loot it, the body stays around all day and I don't get more spawns. So it's just kind of nice and peaceful and can kind of work like this uninterrupted. Hopefully no bears show up, but that's a different story. So yeah, I killed a Vambi. He's right over there and I shouldn't get any more spawns. If I were to loot him, then I would get more spawns. But I need some kind of fencing around this area so that I can not have to worry about Vambis running up the stairwell and coming after me. That's happened a couple of times, and yeah, that's what I need. So I've tried to put a fence, like a wall, like a castle wall type thing. That's kind of what I want, a castle wall, and not just these fences. I want walls, and that's really, really hard to do. So the only other place that I could do it would be further down and try something like around in here, there, but here would be a different story because that's really, really tricky. But the idea of still going up and around and over would possibly work out really well. There's one thing that's in my way, and it's that. And I noticed the woodworking area, there aren't a lot of trees around the woodworking area. I have to go out, chop these, come back, and kind of work my way into there. So what I've been considering doing, and what I've started doing a little of, after I take a little drink and eat a little food, is over here. As you can see, I've taken down the fencings. I've taken out that corner piece and made it a straight, or just a square. And I've already started working on the foundation some. Now the idea, and I'm still trying to figure out how I can go about connecting it to the ground and not having Vambis running after me from coming up here. Because if I just make a simple ramp, kind of like what's over there, then they're going to be able to run up that ramp and then just run over this bridge and get to me. So what I was considering doing is extending this out, which we're going to work on this today. We're going to try and get this figured out and have this an accessible ramp pathing area. I did want to connect it from here to there as well. It would be straight across from over here. So that way, if I do need the wood, I just take the truck over, load up, and then come back across there, in there, and then drive around again. Or maybe even some kind of system. Hey. Alright, so bear with me. Check this out. If we go with ceilings... I can't go connect ceiling. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do ceilings? We could do foundations with foundations. Why can't we do ceilings with ceilings? Anyway, okay, hear me out. So if we do ceilings here... maybe even glass. Yeah, we could do glass because we haven't done a lot of glass builds. All the way across till around in here. Once it hits leveled up with this flooring, and take all this all the way back. What I would do is maybe right around in here put a doorway so that if I wanted to come from this side, come over, I wouldn't have to come back here and around and then down. I would have the option of going straight, driving over that, and then unloading and loading here. Let's see, and I would still have enough room to use this pathway down here. How am I going to get up there? Up here. Yeah, and this could be like my little rampway. Now these would have to be squared, which is fine, but as you can see, it's almost centered up completely with that road, which is where I wanted to have the gate. I don't know if these would be glass or not. Some Not really going to affect any kind of view at all. So probably not, just to save on materials. But we can always just convert it to glass if that's the case. But I like that, because in that way, this uses this as the truck runway. Now, I don't think I would get stuck underneath there, because that's only one as well, one block high with the ceiling, and the truck can still go under there with stuff on it. And then that would give this meaning over here, and maybe even a doorway here for another access and our access point with our truck stuff. Now, would that mean I can't climb stairwell? No, I should still be able to. Yep, plenty of room. All right. And then all we can do is just take these and extend it out further with our spikes there so that the Vambies can't just simply come up. I like that. I like that idea a lot. So, let's go ahead. We're going to move these out. Just for here for now. Because it's going to be on this side. Okay, all the tools are sharpened up. So let us get on our grind for the new woodworking area. Can I drive over this? And yep, and see, then you're going to come over here. And then you can just simply, okay, there's nothing on those, so I won't be able to drive on those. But over here, I would have our logs, like, extended out one more, maybe even two, just for more width across. So let's go ahead and do that. This is where the logs are going to be. I'm actually going to craft another advanced saw bench as well, and have 3 of these bad boys going. And then just rows filled with logs, and then over here, or maybe even logs and planks. Ooh. That'll be a little difficult to do. But I think we can. So this way, you're not going to be lined up kind of like that is in just a row. That's going to come across, and then over, and then this way. Or maybe even like this way, with a shelf in the center on both sides. And the same thing. So how many do we have here? We would have 8. So that means 4 for each. I would technically need 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I need 5 for each. So we're going to extend this out just 1. Then we're going to extend this one out another 1. And down here as well. Yep, I know. It's totally crazy, but I love it. I mean, you got to build big. This game is all about building big. I mean, I wanted to utilize a lot of this flat land since I knew it would set up and work really, really well. I mean, I got to go 2 down here anyway for that part of the ramp. All right. So what I can do then is, just for now, let's finish off some of these and then make a stairwell. Oh, that's nah. Just so I can get up here a lot easier. All right, well, I'm going to get started on these and get all these filled up. And then I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so just a little update and progress report, so to speak. I now have 3 circular saw benches. I don't know why I'm calling them advanced, but yeah, circular saw benches. I've actually extended, I think, this out twice, so it is much wider than originally thought, and we're starting to work. I've got a ramp here, just so I get some trees. You can see a lot of deforestation going on, but they'll grow back. That's fine. They're trees. And we're starting down here. I think once I get to roughly where that dip-off point is, I'm going to transfer to those windows or the ceilings, and then come on over here off from the ceilings themselves. Now, I was considering going down with a ramp, but I think I'm going to come out with one more set of ceilings on the other side of that glass ceiling above the, I guess, kind of workroom, so to speak. But then I'm going to have spikes, because I can't do stairs, unfortunately. But it'd be too difficult. But I know of a sweet spot when doing these spikes is if you hit it right in the center there, it doesn't bump the truck up and slow it down. So if we can hit right in the center every time, we would do that massive jump off, and it's still very efficient as opposed to all the way around, which then it's just a drive port. This is actually a load port in that location over near the fuel area itself. So far coming along pretty well. I'm taking the logs out of the actual old work area, woodworking area, just because you can't move them anyway with logs in them. So the planks are still there, which is why I've got the 3 circular saw benches. But as you can see, I just got to take turns like crazy going around, and it does slow me down. I kind of like this building, where it's at and the location and everything, but yep, okay, too far over. But it's definitely a great starting area for sure. But these panels and everything, of course, are going to get moved. We're going to try to create electricity over there. But as you can see, all my log area is pretty barren and really, really sad at the moment. But there's so many more trees over there. So much easier to, like, actually get the wood going. And on top of that, we're going to have 3 circular saw benches and room for said circular saw benches. So I'm going to continue. What I'd like to try to at least get done today progression-wise is get the ramp, or get that, the ramp connected over to above that glass ceiling with that, and get that little piece connected there filled up as well, so that we can actually test this out and see how it does and what we're going to have to really improve for the next episode. But so far, it's coming along great. I'm really liking and digging this. What I'm going to do over here is just come out with logs or more of these foundations, so that it does eventually reach a point that it's leveled with this instead of the staircase here, because it is causing some issues. And then I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to stop Vambies. Unfortunately, I still don't think you're able to place the massive metal gate on ceilings. So what I could try to do... Well, no, because then it would be too low. Maybe where it reaches... See, that's still... I don't know. We'll have to work on that, but I think a gate would be really, really helpful there. We'll have to figure that out as we get to it, but I'm going to continue on this part of it. As you see, I've gotten down a lot further. No, don't do that. I have to go all the way around again. But yep, we're coming a lot further down. And I just need logs in here. Alright, so I'm running into a little bit of a problem. I did manage to go ahead and just make these glass. I figured why not do it the first time right, so you'd have to not go back and do it again. So yep, these are all finished. This entire thing now is now connected. I just got to finish that part over there. But my problem over here, as you can see, I've had to rip out the walls. When I try to place down a ceiling, they just don't work. And even with the cornered pieces, they still don't work. So I'm not exactly too sure what's going on. It might be something with this wall here. And like I said, we just rebuild the walls. It's just going to take a little time. But not even with that. Maybe the wall down here? I'm tearing everything apart. Now, this doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's take out the blueprint. I wonder if it's this. Oh, please don't let it be something as simple as that. Alright, now let's try this. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to rebuilding all the walls, man. Alright, well, let's, whew. Yep, that was something as simple as that. Alright, everybody, welcome back. So, it's definitely been a lot of testing and playing around, fixing things. I know now with this thing, alright, we can't even put that back, so I'm gonna have to rearrange that. Whatever. Don't want to deal with that anymore. Tired of dealing with that. I've got a door here, so now we can come in and out from this point as well. I had 2 spikes up here, and unfortunately they were causing a lot of issues. I just kept stopping. So we're just going to try one and put it kind of right where that bump is, right in front of it. Now you cannot build spikes on top of ceilings, so what I ended up doing was just moving them. So I moved them from over there to here, and you can move them on the ceilings. Can't build, but you can move. So without further ado, I'm starving, but that's okay. I finished this up. This here, and probably the flooring, to be honest. I do like the look of the concrete. Is going to be concrete. First floor, that's right. First floor is going to be the woodworking area. Second floor is going to be wind turbines. Third floor is going to be solar panels. So there's a big, massive project planned for this area here. That's going to take some time, but I'm kind of running out of room for stuff for my solar panels and all that, so I'm going to need more eventually, especially the solar panels, and really build batteries and get that energy charged up. But without further ado, let's see how well this works, because I don't even know yet. Here we go. This is top speed. Ow. Fail attempt 1. But that's okay. If you don't succeed, try again. Okay, so try again. I moved them back a little further, so here's hoping. I hope it's not the speed that's messing it up. Oh, okay, a little better. Oh boy. Yep, I definitely need railings like as soon as possible. Alright, so we're just gonna get out of the truck and put it in the garage, because there's no way I'm getting that out. Okay. The truck is back. Yep, that garage is definitely a lifesaver. It would have been stuck in there. Alright, so after some careful review and redoing things, I've come to the conclusion the spikes, unfortunately, just aren't 100% guaranteed. So, as you can probably see, I've added roofs and extended out. They do work a lot better. It is going to look a little weird, so we can work on this at some point. But the launch is definitely a lot smoother when it comes to this. And what I'm considering doing, because every time I've landed, it's been, nose diving. So what I would like to try to do, to be honest, not get stuck in these things. But what I would like to do is see about maybe a landing pad on the other side and go that route. But at top speed, from what I can do, around 80 miles an hour, yeah, it's right there every time. So I think we're going to work on that next episode. But unfortunately, this episode is completed because I have been doing this now for close to 3.5 hours. But we did get a ton of stuff done, and we're going to continue working on this. So now we got a really big project that we can focus on. And oh, here, bird. Here, bird. Ow. Let's see if I can kind of land somewhere else. Oh, right there. All right, so right almost at there. So if we were to do this and rotate it, how high can this go? Alright, let's go ahead and... Okay, I made him probably end up slamming into it. Oh, truck. I think that's going to be too high for a nosedive, but I mean, why not? This truck is invincible. But I need to move these things. Okay, they have been moved. So let's see how bad I nosedive into these invisible foundations that are going to stop my truck flat. Oh, okay. So a little lower and a little further back. Alright, I will remember that for next time. But ladies and gentlemen, please, if you did enjoy the episode, thumbs up down below. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. If you have not, hit that subscribe button for more content. Have a great day, y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.